Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hi everyone, welcome to Chinese Pod. 欢迎来到中文播客. I'm Fiona.
And this is Gwilym, and today we're going to be doing a newbie lesson all about doing things that you don't really want to do.
So there's always those tasks, like taking out the cat litter, taking out the trash, that no one wants to do. So today we're going to equip you with the language that you need to say, I'm not doing that. I think he needs to do that.
So what's today's lesson all about today, Fiona?
So today we have a lot of yes-no questions, right? And in today's sentence structures, you're going to be able to replace it with loads of other verbs. And we'll show you how. But let's first listen to the dialogue 3 times.
对话第一遍，
你做不做？
不做。
你不做，我也不做。
你不做，谁做？
他做。
第二遍，
你做不做？
不做。
你不做，我也不做。
你不做，谁做？
他做。
第三遍，
你做不做？
不做。
你不做，我也不做。
你不做，谁做？
他做。
Now that we've listened to the dialogue, let's start with the translations. 你做不做?
Will you do it or not?
你做不做?
Are you doing it or not?
你做不做? 不做.
I'm not doing it.
不做.
I'm not doing it.
不做. 你不做, 我也不做.
If you're not going to do it, I'm not either.
你不做, 我也不做.
If you won't do it, I won't either.
你不做，我也不做。你不做，谁做？
If you won't do it, who will?
你不做，谁做？
If you won't do it, who will?
他做，
He will.
他做，
He will.
他做。
Okay, so we heard lots of repetition of this word 做, fourth tone. What does that mean?
做，做. This means to do in Mandarin. So let's see how it's used in the first sentence in today's dialogue. And that is 你做不做? Now let's look at the first character, which is 你. 你 means you, right? You in Mandarin. So you do, 你做不做? 不. Be careful, guys. Here, it's a second tone. Usually you will see it written down as a fourth tone, but it is a second tone. So 你做不做? So when 不 is followed by a fourth tone, it turns into a second tone. So 你做不做? And literally translated, it means you do or not do.
Okay, so this is a common way to structure questions in Chinese, right?
So to an English speaker, this might seem a little bit impolite. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's impolite. It's a very common sentence structure in Mandarin, but it is more informal. It would be something you would use with your friends. So like, hey, you gonna do it? Are you gonna do that or not? 你做不做? So this sentence structure, verb, 不, verb, is very common, right? And we'll show you how to replace it with another verb at the end of today's discussion. So let's move on.
Okay, so the second person replies, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. But in Chinese, it's very direct and very short.
It says not doing, right? 不做. Again, it's a second tone, guys, so be careful. 不做. Not doing it. So you do not do, and the answer is not do. 不做.
Okay, and in this case, there's no subject, right? They've dropped the subject because they're already talking about who's doing it, who's not doing it. So they just need to say 不做.
不做. That's correct. Now, the first person says, if you're not doing it, I'm also not going to do it. Now, let's break this sentence down bit by bit. So we've already seen 你, which means you. 你不做. You not do. I also not do. 我也不做. 我 is I, like myself, I. 也 means also. So 我也不做. 我也不做.
Okay, if you translate this kind of into English, you might think they're kind of speaking like Yoda, like, will you not do this? But it's perfectly grammatically correct sentence.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
So when you first start learning Mandarin, often you'll find these sentence structures and you'll think, how strange. But, that's that's what learning a new language is about, right? It's kind of putting yourself in the new mindset and kind of keeping an open mind. So, today's dialogue is a little bit aggressive, but you can also use these sentence structures in a non-aggressive way. So, 你不做，我也不做. You not do, I also not do.
And this also, can I use this like maybe at the end, like in English, you can say, I would like to do it also.
No, be careful, guys. This 也 always follows the subject or the pronoun, right? So you cannot say 我不做也. You cannot say that. You would have to say 我也不做. 我也不做.
And likewise, you can't start the sentence with like, yeah, you can't say, also, I would like to do it.
Yes, that's correct. So just one more time, the 也 always follows the subject or the pronoun.
Okay, so I feel like we're going around in circles with these two people. So it's like, if you don't do it, then who will? And what's the question word for who?
Who in Mandarin is 谁.
S-H-E-I second tone, 谁.
谁做. So 谁 is who, and here is who do, right? So the will is kind of implied, right? So 你不做, you not do, who do. 你不做, 谁做.
Who do? Right, now this person is saying, right, I'm not doing it, you're not doing it, so who will? And in the end, they say, that person will do it.
It sounds like a cat litter situation in my house. It's like, well, if you're not going to do it, let's make him do it, right? 他做, he do, he will do it.
Okay, be careful there, Fee. We don't know the sex of the person, because in Chinese, ta could be a he or a she, right?
Yes, Gwilym. So if you actually look at the character here today, 他, it has the radical on the side indicates that it's a he. But if you see a woman radical on the side, it means it's a she. Both are pronounced the same. Both are pronounced ta, but it can mean masculine or feminine, he or she.
And just quickly, if this is your first lesson, a radical is just all Chinese characters are made up of components. And in this case, there's two components or two radicals.
All right, guys. Well, like I said at the beginning of the lesson, you can actually replace this lesson with any kind of main verbs. Let's look at the verb to eat, which is 吃.
C-H-I first tone, so let's say 吃.
吃. So you could say 你吃不吃? Are you eating that or not? 不吃. No, I'm not. 你不吃, 我也不吃. If you don't eat it, I also won't eat it. 你不吃, 谁吃? If you don't eat it, who will? 他吃. Right, so you guys can see how you can replace it. So I would really encourage you to maybe even replace it with maybe the character 去, right, to go. Practice that, 去. Use this verb in today's dialogue to kind of practice those sentence structures, get those pronouns down, and then you'll be able to have your first conversation very soon.
Yeah, so just focus on the way that Chinese is built, the structures, and then, just pick one verb you want to use and practice this entire dialogue each time with a different verb.
All right, guys, now that we've discussed the dialogue, let's listen to the dialogue 3 more times.
Okay.
对话第一遍。
你做不做？
不做。
你不做，我也不做。
你不做，谁做？
他做。
第二遍。
你做不做？
不做。
你不做，我也不做。
你不做，谁做？
他做。
第三遍。
你做不做？
不做。
你不做，我也不做。
你不做，谁做？
他做。
Okay, so although this dialogue might seem a bit repetitive, it's actually this kind of thing that will help you memorize Chinese structures and how the Chinese language is formed.
When you started out learning Mandarin, these are the types of like kind of basic conversations you would practice, right, Willem?
Yeah, so on my commute to work, I would just like keep repeating the same one with different verbs.
All right, guys, practice makes perfect. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson. We'll see you next time.
再见。
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
2652.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/2652 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/2652.